Hello everyone, this is B part 3rd and today we are going to study about the political views of John Stuart Mill and first of all we will start with his thought on liberty. John Stuart Mill was the main supporter of liberty or freedom of a person, and he wrote and his famous book is on liberty, and he supported two types of liberty, and first one is freedom of expression and second one is freedom of work or action. So when he supports freedom of expression, and according to him why he supports this type of freedom, he tells that truth can be known only by debate or argument, because a truth has several aspects, and so there should be full freedom of expression and no restrictions should be there, and thus we can know all the aspects of truth. And when we suppress an idea, that means we suppress the truth. And an idea can be true or false, or partial true or partial false. It doesn't matter, but there should be freedom of expression. And he also supports the freedom of expression to the eccentric person as well as noble or great persons. And this freedom should be protected from state, society, majority, customs and conventions. Second one, here comes the freedom of work or action. This the freedom is necessary for development and progress, and he indicates the difference between both the freedoms, as freedom of expression can be given as absolute, or it is absolute, and while freedom of work or action, it is limited, or it is with some restrictions, as long as it doesn't disturb the freedom of others. That's mean if uh, the freedom of work disturbs the freedom of others, then it can be restricted to a limited to a certain there can be certain limitations there. And he divides the works or functions in two parts. First one is self-regarding. Here comes food, live, think, and in these matters, so complete freedom should be given. And others regarding, that's mean which affects others and disturb freedom of others. In these circumstances, a state or government can interfere, or interfere can be is possible regarding their freedom. And three types of circumstances can be there. First one is disturb freedom of others, the second one is do not fulfill his duty, and third one is to handle the emergency situation. Then it is possible that there must be some restrictions. And next one is his idea about representative government. So first one is meaning of representative government. There means people elects their representatives, and they run the government and works for the people. And he wrote a book, Considerations on Representative Government, and he was fully aware about the demerits of this type of government. Therefore he suggested some suggestions. Some suggestions are there. First one is, according to him, there should be a combination of democracy and efficiency, and representatives, as they are persons of ordinary ability, they are not experts. So a committee of experts should be constituted, where that should be consist of political leaders and expert to government officials. Political leaders know better the wish of the people, and expert to government officials will help in making laws and execute these laws. Second one is protection of interest of minorities, and he suggests two ideas. First one is independent members of legislative assembly, which are persons of higher values, and they will work with cooperation, and means they will work in the interest of the public. And second one is proportional representation, and third one is qualifications for voting rights, as indicated by, or as suggested by John Stuart Mill. So it should be for all, but first one is educational qualification should be there, like he can write, he or she can read or write, etc. Second one is property regarding qualification should be there, so he will work more responsible towards the statehood. He will perform his duties much better. Second one, next one is he supports plural or weighted voting, where a person has the right to cast more than one vote. And for John Stuart Mill, intelligent and educated person should be given more than one vote, and ignorant, stupid, fool person should not have so either they should not have such right, or should have right to one vote, or less means less than the others. And next one is open ballot system should be there. And next one is women's suffrage. So this was his basic idea, and so it was his most important idea, and we should praise him, or we can admire him for supporting women's suffrage here. And as women were devoid of this right since long, and for John Stuart Mill, women are as able as men, so they should be given equal rights. Even they should be given better opportunities or more opportunities than men, because they have been devoid of deprived of these rights or opportunities since long. So today they need much more rights and opportunities for their development. And next one is his idea about representatives. So sorry. According to John Stuart Mill, the representatives are not only mere delegate, but they are leaders. So they work for the national interest. They should work in the national interest. They should be brave, independent, and such like, and such type of things. And last one is we will see that what is the difference between the theories of Bentham and John Stuart Mill, as John Stuart Mill was the student of Jeremy Bentham. So here comes the revision of Benthamite theory of utilitarianism, or difference between the ideas of Bentham and Mill. Mill, as being a student of Bentham, he accepted his ideas but added some moral concepts and theories, or some moral views, and therefore he has modified his ideas. First one is when we talk about quality and quantity. So there is qualitative difference between different pleasures also. So Bentham focused on the quantity, while Mill supported quantity, but as well as with the quality, that's mean higher and better virtues he supports here. Next one is according to Mill, there is a quotation: it is better to be a human being dissatisfied than a pig satisfied, better to be a Socrates dissatisfied than a fool satisfied. And if the fool or the pig is of a different opinion, it is because they know only their side of the question. The other party to the comparison knows the both sides. And second one is when we talk about the main aim of human life. So Bentham here is self-centered, but according to Mill, the main aim of human life is the pleasure of others. The third one is Bentham supported only external sources of pleasure or pain, but Mill supported internal sources of pleasures, and as well there it comes feelings that when we do good to others, or when we do good, then we feel better. When we do not do good, or we harm someone, or we do bad works, then we do not feel good. And Mill propounded the theory greatest good of the greatest number as personal moral liberty as well. And for Bentham, utility is more important than freedom, but for Mill, freedom is an end and freedom is more important than utility. And Mill has supported, or Mill felt the importance of history and traditions, and while Bentham ignored. And according to Bentham, pleasure and pain can be measured. And so Mill made the theory of Bentham more moral and more he added some moral ideas to the ideas of Bentham. So that's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.